Now let's start stanza 3. So let me read the lines for you all. So stanza 3 is like, such the sun, the moon, trees old and a young sprouting a shady boon. For simple ship and such are daffodils, with the green world they live in, and clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make 'gainst the hot season. The mid forest brake rich with the sparkling of fair musk rose blooms. So, student, here you can say, or you can see over here first, that the poet has shortlisted the name of some of the names which actually plays a very important role in making this earth beautiful, like the sun, the moon, or the trees, or you can say the sprouting of a shady boon. Here you can say the word the sheep and the daffodils. They are nothing but a kind of a decorative item of the nature. So the poet now goes on to list this object of beauty, and he says that the sun, the moon, old and the young trees, which actually provides shades to the ship, as earlier said, the the daffodils, the greenery surroundings them, the cool and clear streams which provide respite in the heat of summer, you can say, and the bushes that's growing in the forest with the musk roses blooming between them are all eternal source of joy and pleasure. So whatever the line I just spoke, it actually glorifies the importance of the decorative items of the nature, which includes the sun, the moon, the trees, the ships or the daffodils, and also it includes the rills, and that is nothing but a kind of a respite for the dwellers or the respite for the travelers who actually comes from the scorching sun during summer, and a gulp of water or a drop of water of the river that actually gives him a kind of respite and a kind of relaxation, and whose beauty we cannot even think of in terms of how actually it relaxes us. And the forest with the musk roses blooming between them, these are nothing but all are eternal sources of joy and pleasure, you can say. So this is a kind of explanation of stanza 3. So now let's start stanza 4. The stanza 4 is like, and such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for mighty deed, all lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink pouring unto us from the heaven brink. So over here the poet actually adds on further to his list, and according to him there is a beauty even in death. The poet here means to say that there is a beauty even in death, and that is quite surprising for us. He finds beauty in imaginary stories and people have made about our dead ancestors who were deemed as heroic and mighty. And the poet goes on to say that all the lovely tales that we have heard can also be placed among such things of beauty. So if I say that those tales and the beautiful stories that can be placed among such beautiful thing of beauty, it means that whenever we tell a kind of a story or tell a kind of a tale to younger people, what exactly we mean to say is why we do this, because we actually want to inspire them to become like this, to become like that particular personality to which we were talking about, with the help of the tales and the stories. So telling tales of the story is a kind of source of inspiration for the younger generation. That is why, and there is a beauty in them also, because after death they also act as a kind of inspirational force for a younger generation. That's what the poet means by these lines. So the poet goes on to say that the lovely tales that we have heard can also be placed among such thing of beauty, as they have sublime effect on the human spirit. That is quite obvious. And all beautiful things are like an endless fountain from the heaven, sent by God Himself, so that mankind may enjoy this precious gift. So you can see the line over here, an endless fountain of immortal drink. That is again a kind of a gift from the Almighty, and it is supposed to be the immortal because it doesn't have any kind of end, and it keeps on it keeps on falling on us in terms of blessings, and that actually sent by the heaven, you can say, or sent by God Himself, so that mankind can enjoy these precious gift. Thank you.